My dream of finally taking my salvaged catamaran down to warmer weather is getting real. It's been 2 long years of work taking this ocean-going double canoe from a state of a rotten mess to a saleable craft. In the last video I said that the transformation was complete enough to do some proper sailing, and in this episode we're taking the boat out to the lakes to do some proper stress testing. But this episode's a little bit shorter, it's a little bit more rushed for reasons I'll get into at the end of the video. But thanks very much for watching, hope you enjoy it. A while ago I bought myself the stuff to be able to climb my mast solo. I followed a video from Eric Andera, I think that's how you say his name, the badass Viking sailor. So I need some lazy jacks so that my sail doesn't just flop down. So I'm climbing the mast. I was doing a bit of practice yesterday, so today I'm going to go right up 75% of the mast to put the attachment points for the lazy jacks. Now we rappel down without the ascender, so it's working pretty well. Just using bowlines or bowlines, I've attached these little small blocks to a piece of rope which come off the fitting. It was pretty scary being up there, my hands were shaking, but the process went really smoothly. I've just put some little fittings on the boom just to hold the lazy jack in place, but I think this should cushion the sail enough so that it doesn't flop all over the deck. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm leaving today, leaving the dock. We're going to go through Amsterdam, done this a couple of times now, through Amsterdam and then to the Anchorage, and from there we're going to do some test sailing. The winds are coming pretty heavy from the south, so it's going to be a good shake up test, a lot of test sailing. A few months ago I was looking for chilled out flexible cats to join on board to help me sail this magnificent boat. We've got Chris from Germany who's joined me for a few weeks. We're just changing the anchor over because there's going to be a lot of mud where we're going, and this CQR anchor just does not grip in mud very well at all. So we've got this big fat ugly one which is super heavy and it's just good for everything.
Ready to go, Mark?
Ready, excited, nervous. Nearly hit a ferry last time, so hopefully we'll get through smoothly. Yeah, gonna leave in 10 minutes.
Good. Hey, you're always welcome here, you know it.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Some candy.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Be safe, be safe.
Yeah, I will.
Always welcome here.
Yeah, thank you. Loads of sweets.
Lots of sweets and a little bit of soup.
Nice. See you later, Bart. How was the operation?
Very smooth.
Yeah. We've made it onto the Markenmeer, which is a very shallow lake. It's just the perfect place to really test out the boat. So tonight it's beautiful weather, but over the next week it's going to be pretty strong winds. So tomorrow I'm expecting it to be a little bit rough. Hopefully we can get some decks lashed down, get some jobs done in that weather, and then hopefully in a couple of days we can really test out all the reefs in the mainsail and hopefully do some micro cruising while thoroughly stress testing the boat. Big success today. Thank you very much, Chris. We're having a solidification day. We're going sailing tomorrow, so we need to solidify. When I laid down this aft deck, I was a bit silly and only put one screw in for each plank, so we're putting 3 in now, which is overkill, but we're going to lash it down as well. Nice. The plan is to sail 20 miles to Horn. Going to be a good test because it's downwind and then it's close hauled. Perfect rig stress test. Just had the mainsail up with 2 reefs in and I was a little bit overwhelmed because there's just so many ropes, reefing lines and stuff which need threading through and everything, and yeah, I was just thinking, oh, if we had to do this on a rolly sea it would be a bit of a nightmare, but that's why we're here at the lakes, to iron out all these creases and just sort of get an idea of how the sail is supposed to be, the shape of it and stuff. So playing with the topping lift, main sheet, downhaul and all that stuff. So I'm going to leave with 2 reefs in the main and then we'll put the staysail up. We'll just see how it is. Peter's also coming. I'm going to go row because we already put the engine away on the dinghy. I'm going to row to the side, pick him up, so hopefully we can test out the autopilot while sailing as well.
Excited to sail on this boat. I cannot imagine. What I really like about your setup now, it's Just take a look.
I know.
With your camera. Look at him chilling there.
Literally, I'll turn the engines off as soon as we turn into the...
Look for the anchor.
Yeah.
Are you a sailor as well, Chris? Not really. A little bit.
Okay, I'm going forward.
I have one sort of okay.
Thank you very much.
The crew needs to be the dirty work and the captain can have the best seat.
Wow.
And then drain the water out. Okay, now it's... As long as the tiller isn't blocked. So this is market that used to be an island, it's now connected to the mainland.
So we're going downwind, still with 2 reefs in the main, just because when we turn the corner of the Marken Island, we're going to be close hauled, so rather than shake it out and put it back in, I'll just leave it like this, and it should be just right. Can't really get this crease out of the main. Not really sure why that is. If anyone knows, let me know. But yeah, really happy. I think Peter's really happy with his autopilot because it's doing a really good job and it's really not loud. I've had some loud autopilots and it's nice and quietly doing its business. Are you happy with the autopilot?
Yes, I am. Latest software. Actually, it's published today in the app stores. No, I'm really happy with it. Just a little bit of boat dynamics. I'm tweaking a little bit, but it's staying on course perfectly. I think that's the most important thing. Are you happy with the autopilot?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Coffee? Thank you, Captain.
No worries. And the wind's picking up as we're going to go around the Marken Horse.
The horse of Marken.
The Horse of Marker. And the wind's picking up, looks like a little bit of rain on the horizon, but there's quite a lot of white caps as well. And obviously turning into the wind is going to make everything a bit more windy, but yeah, happy with my 2 reefs and my staysail. And we'll see how close to the wind we can get.
A bit more. What else?
We're nice and close hauled now. Obviously because of the staysail, I'm not having the bendy mast problems, so the mast is straight as an arrow and there's really quite a lot of wind. But yeah, she feels smooth. Obviously we're on a lake with an offshore breeze, so yeah. Step 1 is going well so far. Woo! Is the water okay?
It fell into the sink. Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of twist in the sail, but we have to find the optimum in the middle, I guess. Hello. Reading gusting up to what is it, Mark? 20 plus knots?
Yeah. It's pretty quiet inside though.
Yeah, beam reach. I was just checking your stays, but there's not much slack. I think it's tensioned quite alright. No, but slack on a beam reach with 20 plus knots, full main.
Go a bit slower. That was a really good sail. Mahi felt like I feel like she could have got a knot or two more. We were quite close hauled, but yeah, it's just the mainsail shape. In this drone footage we are going 5 knots, which for me, comparing to my past boats, is a pretty swift cruising speed, but it felt really slow. It felt like with that amount of wind we should have been getting 6 or 7, and we did get 6 at times, so let me know if you have any knowledge on that. I feel like with all the ropes that I have already, it's going to be so difficult putting in a boom vang or a traveller, so let me know. The autopilot was so good. If you look at the track on Navionics, it's super smooth, super straight. It's the quietest autopilot that I've ever had, and yeah, it worked really well. So the offer still stands. Get 10% off Naughty-Necked with code Wildling10 if you're interested in this kind of autopilot. There's different variations, whether it's a wheel pilot like mine or a linear actuator drive. The dinghy, I didn't get a proper good shot of it, but the dinghy was fully submerged at one point, and I'm surprised that the painter didn't snap. Yeah, that was foolish, I didn't notice it, but the fellas got the dinghy back on board, and it gives me hope that actually I can store the dinghy flat. I just need to extend that little trampoline that I've put on a little bit further. And yeah, with all the reefing lines and all the ropes and stuff, it's just chaos at the boom. So I need to get used to it. I need to have some sort of solution to keep all the reefing lines in place. Yeah, in terms of a shakedown sail, that's pretty good. 25 knots, close hauled, with a very short chop. And the best thing about it is it's just highlighted a few little things that need to be done. We're here, anchored in Horn. Yeah, we'll explore Horn and get a few more little jobs ticked off, and then think about heading out again. The reason why this video is a bit shorter and rushed is because it's only about a week's worth of footage. It looks like, for now, well, it keeps changing. In fact, it wasn't too good when I checked this morning. It looks like there's a good forecast to get down to Belgium, or maybe even further. However, it's still subject to change. But if you're seeing this version of the video, then it means that I have made the leap, because I was sailing when I should have been editing. And yeah, I've had to only use a week's worth of footage instead of 2. There's lots of little bits and bobs in this video which you can give me advice on, so send me a comment please. The easiest and simplest way to support this adventure is to subscribe, and I know a lot of people aren't subscribed, so please subscribe. But I just want to say a huge thanks to everyone who's watched my videos, but a special thank you to my patrons, coffee givers, the people who give the super thanks on YouTube. If this version of the video goes out live, then I will try to do, if I'm not sailing, a video on Friday also. So this video will get uploaded to YouTube, and then check Patreon and coffee, because I'll do an update and let you guys know where I am. And yeah, so I'm gonna quickly get this video edited now, get it all trimmed up, put some questionable music on it, and hopefully the plan works out and the forecast comes good again. But thanks for watching. Bye bye.